जय जय रघुवीर समर्थ. Hello friends, my name is Rohit Bapat. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will explain Shlok number 15 from verses for mind, that is Manache Shlok, composed by Sri Samartha Ramdas Swami. First we will see the Shlok and then we will try to understand the meaning of the Shlok. मना पाहता सत्य है मृत्युभूमि, जिता बोलती सर्वहि जीव मीमि. चिरंजीव है सर्वहि मानिताति, अकस्मात sanduniya sarv jati. So this is the 15th shlok. Now let's try to understand the meaning of the shlok. First of all, when we read this particular shlok or the verse, first two sentences have to be considered as one sentence. So, the first sentence, that is Mana paahta satya hai Mrutyubhumi, Jita bolati sarvahi jeev mimi. Now, the first sentence is actually the context of the second sentence. I'll explain how. The first sentence is Mana paahta satya hai Mrutyubhumi. Mana means through mind. Mana paahta, when mind sees it, or O mind, see it. Mana paahta. Paahta means pahane, or to see or to observe. And the other meaning of it is to realize, because to see is to understand and to realize as well. That is the Marathi context. Satya means truth, and He means this or is. Mrutyubhumi is combination of two words. Mrutyu means death, Bhumi means land or place. So the literal translation of the sentence can be, O mind, if you see it, the truth is the place of death. In a way, you can understand what the meaning might be of this sentence, but it doesn't provide the entire meaning of it. Otherwise, the sentence by itself can have its meaning, which means that the truth, ultimate truth, is basically the place of death, basically the last place where our bodily existence will go, is the ultimate truth on this world. But to understand the gist of it, that the crux of it, we'll have to see the second sentence, that is Jita bolati sarvahi mimi. Jita bolati sarvahi jeev mimi is like Jita bolati means when they were alive. Bolati comes from the word bolane. Bolane means to talk or to speak. Jita means when they were alive. Jita means alive. Sarvahi means everyone. Jeeva again means living beings. Mimi basically is a phrase that says I. So in English, when you must have seen when a person says I am something, I want this, I like it. So this I, quote unquote, is what this mimi means about. So now look at these two sentences as one. Mana paahta satya hai Mrutyubhumi. O mind, you will understand the ultimate truth in the land of death. Now this is my interpretation, because there is a tradition, at least in Maharashtra, where when a person leaves this world, after the cremation, there is a tradition of giving a short and brief speech about the person who has just died, talking about the good things the person who has died has done, remembering him in good words. But actually, when you listen to that speech, you understand that the person who has left this world is not going to come back. Now, till then, he was talking about I and I and I. Now the person who has died, people are talking about him as him, or her, her. So no longer there is I. There is no more I. The I is gone. So, O mind, one realizes the ultimate truth in the land of death, that is cemetery or cremation place, where one realizes that the person who said I is no more. Jita, bolati, sarvahi, jeev. When you are alive, everyone talks about themselves only. Everyone talks about I. But this I is not going to live forever. It's not immortal. And this is something we always tend to forget. And according to me, this is what Ramdas Swami is telling us to remember, to keep in mind, that whatever you are doing, whatever you are talking about yourself right now, or your ego or your selfishness, where you always talk about I, this I is going to die at some point of time. And you will realize this only when you go to the cemetery or the cremation place. A lot of sadhus, a lot of sannyasis, a lot of yogis actually perform their sadhana at the cremation place. Not because they want to see something or they want to experience something. Basically, they just want to be at a place where this I has no meaning, because that's the place where you leave this world. It's just we who think I did something, I am something. Now this ego comes from the perspective or the false perspective where we think we are immortal. We are not. This is what Samartha Ramdas Swami is telling us plainly and squarely. Oh mind, if you see, you will realize the truth when you go to a Mrutyubhumi or a cemetery or a cremation place where you will have no existence at one point of time, before which you were always talking about only about yourself. I. This ego is of no help, is of no use there, because there you will leave this body. There is no more I. Then the third sentence, like I said, Chiranjeev sarvahi maanitati. Chiranjeeva means immortal. He means this. Sarvahi, again everyone. Maanitati. Maanitati means they consider or they believe. Everyone believes they are immortal. Now this is how we live. Even in Bhagavad Gita, even in Ramayana, even in Upanishada, when they talk about life and death, all the scriptures talk about is that no one is immortal. First of all, tell yourself this almost every day, every moment of your life, that you are not immortal. And the moment you realize that you are not immortal, you will live the life as if you are going to die the next moment. Now, this might sound absurd. Many of the people, I guess almost all, if you tell them that there is no guarantee that you will live for another moment, how do you know? They will laugh at you. Because they will be, okay, I am alive right now. I am going to be alive for, I don't know, a long time. I have enough time in my life. Everyone thinks about that. Everyone believes that. That's what Samartha Ramdas Swami is pointing to us directly. Everyone thinks that they are immortal, which they are not, because in first two sentences we have realized the ultimate truth of this world, that you will have to leave this world at some point of time, no matter how much I you have gathered around you. or how much I you have enjoyed or made the name for yourself, you will still have to leave this world. So no one is immortal, but everyone believes he or she is immortal. This is the irony of the world. This is what even Bhagwan Shri Krishna has also told Arjuna, that even though the Atma is immortal, you, the body, is not immortal. You are not Chiranjeev, you will have to leave this body. Chiranjeev sarvahi maanitati. Everyone thinks they are immortal. Look around you, look around you. You don't have to believe in what I am saying, just look around you. Everyone believes that they are immortal, they have enough time, they have infinite time. Basically, you don't have infinite time. You have limited time. You have limited time in this world, and you have to perform your karma, your dharma in this limited time. And beyond that, nobody knows what is going to happen next. And what I'm going to tell you, I'm sure you must have experienced. And that is why these verses are very powerful in their message. The last sentence is something I'm sure every one of you has experienced at least at some point of your life. Chiranjeevahe sarvahi maanitati is the third sentence, and the last sentence is Akasmat sanduniya sarv. Akasmat means all of a sudden. Sanduniya literally means to drop, but in Marathi context, in this context, it basically means leaving behind. Sarv means everyone, jati means go. Everyone believes they are immortal, but the last sentence says, all of a sudden they leave behind everything. No one knows which moment is going to be their last moment. I'm sure you must have at least heard about it or experienced about it. Is that you talked with somebody yesterday, you talked with someone some hours ago, some minutes ago, you chatted with somebody some moments ago, and all of a sudden you get to know that the person is no more in this world. And then you get shocked, and then you get surprised. How is it possible? I just talked with the person a couple of hours ago and now he is dead. How is it possible? Now that is the reality of life. That's what Samartha is talking about. That's what he's teaching us. Akasmat sanduniya sarv. All of a sudden the death comes and you leave this world. Here is the irony of life. Everyone believes they are immortal, but death is always sudden. No one knows which moment is going to be the last moment. And we get surprised by the death because we never thought that somebody is fully capable of dying at any moment of time. So everyone thinks he is immortal, but never realize that the death is always sudden, as there is no prior indication about the exact moment of death. It's all momentary, and everyone is mortal. So this is the harsh reality Samartha Ramdas Swami is talking about. Everyone is mortal. You will have to leave this body at some point of time, and you will only realize this if you go to a cemetery or a cremation place. Now many people don't like to go there. It is because they want to turn their face away from the reality. The more you understand and accept the reality, more you will be capable of living in the reality. People live in fantasy. Don't live in fantasy. You are not immortal. You are not. Live your life in such a way that next moment is going to be your last moment on this world, in this life. And do your deeds, do your karma in such a manner that no matter which moment of death comes, you will still leave this world with all the good and dharma under your belt. This is my interpretation of why this verse was composed. So this was my interpretation of 15th verse of Verses for Mind, that is Manache Shlok, composed by Sri Samartha Ramdas Swami. If you like this interpretation, please do like and share. If you like my project and my attempt, please do subscribe to my channel so that you will get to know more updates about such videos. And I will present the next shlok in next video. Till then, Jai Jai Raghuveer Samartha.